Hello everyone. I am Laura from My Study Friend. Today I will tell you about Sir Isaac Newton. Let me start. Sir Isaac Newton, 1643 to 1726, was an English mathematician, physicist and scientist. He is widely regarded as one of the most influential scientists of all time, developing new laws of mechanics, gravity and laws of motion. His work Principia Mathematica, 1687, laid the framework for the scientific revolution of the 17th century. A great polymath, Newton's investigations also included areas of optics, religion and alchemy. Early life of Newton. Sir Isaac Newton was born on Christmas Day, in 1643, to a relatively poor farming family. His father died 3 months before he was born. His mother later remarried, but her second husband did not get on with Isaac, leading to friction between Isaac and his parents. The young Isaac attended school at King's School, Grantham in Lincolnshire, where his signature is still inscribed on the walls. Isaac was one of the top students, but before completing his studies his mother withdrew him from school, so Isaac could work as a farmer. It was only through the intervention of the headmaster that Isaac was able to return to finish his studies. He passed his final exams with very good results and was able to go to Trinity College, Cambridge. At Cambridge, he was able to pursue his interests in mathematics, science and physics. At the time the prevailing education was based on Aristotle, but Isaac was more interested in modern mathematicians such as René Descartes. Isaac Newton had a prodigious capacity to consider mathematical problems, and then focus on them until he had solved the mystery behind them. His one-pointed nature led him to, at times, be detached from the world. For example, he had little time for women. An early teenage romance came to nothing, and he remained single throughout his life. Sir Isaac Newton has been referred to as one of the greatest geniuses of history. His mathematical and scientific achievements give credence to such a view. His many accomplishments in the field of science include developing a theory of calculus. Unfortunately, at the same time as Newton, calculus was being developed by Leibniz. When Leibniz published his results, there was a bitter feud between the two men, with Newton claiming plagiarism. This bitter feud lasted until Leibniz's death in 1713. It also extended between British mathematicians in the continent. Mathematical achievements of Newton. Generalized binomial theorem, Newton's identities, Newton's method, classified cubic plane curves, polynomials of degree 3 and 2 variables, substantial contributions to the theory of finite differences, use of fractional indices, used geometry to derive solutions to Diophantine equations, used power series with confidence and to revert power series, discovered a new formula for pi. Scientific achievements of Newton. Optics. Newton made great advancements in the study of optics. In particular, he developed the spectrum by splitting white light through a prism. Telescope made significant improvements to the development of the telescope. However, when his ideas were criticized by Hooke, Newton withdrew from the public debate. He developed an antagonistic and hostile attitude to Hooke throughout his life. Mechanics and gravitation. In his famous book Principia Mathematica, 1687, Newton explained the 3 laws of motion that laid the framework for modern physics. This involved explaining planetary movements. Newton and alchemy. Newton was also interested in alchemy. He experimented on many objects, using a lot of mercury. Very high levels of mercury in his bloodstream may have contributed to his early death and irregularities in later life. Newton was made a member of the Royal Society in 1703. He was also given the job of Master of Mint in 1717. He took this job seriously and unofficially was responsible for moving England from the silver standard to the gold standard. Newton was an extraordinary polymath. The universe simply fascinated him. He sought to discover the hidden and utter mysteries of life. With his sharp intellect and powers of concentration, he was able to contribute to tremendous developments in many areas of science. He was a unique individual. I am finishing here. Keep watching My Study Friend. Share this video with your friends, because sharing knowledge is our responsibility.